What's going on? Change of scenery. I'm currently in Bend, Oregon. Right now I'm in a small little gym, but here for like a small little ski trip. Today's actually my birthday, big 21, but grind don't never stop. So let's get to it. A personal mission statement. The most effective way I know to begin with the end in mind is to develop a personal mission statement or philosophy or creed. It focuses on what you want to be, character, and to do, contributions and achievements, and on the values or principles upon which being and doing are based. Because each individual is unique, a personal mission statement will reflect that uniqueness both in content and form. My friend Ralph Kerr has expressed his personal creed in this way: succeed at home first, seek and merit divine help, never compensate with honesty, remember the people involved, hear both sides before judging, obtain counsel of others, defend those who are absent, be sincere yet decisive, develop one new prophecy a year, plan tomorrow's work today, hustle while you wait, maintain a positive attitude, keep a sense of humor, be orderly in person and in work. Do not fear mistakes, fear only the absence of creative, constructive, and corrective responses to those mistakes. Facilitate the success of subordinates. Listen twice as much as you speak. Concentrate all abilities and efforts on the task at hand, not worrying about the next job or promotion. A woman seeking to balance family and work values has expressed her sense of personal mission differently. I will seek to balance career and family as best I can, since both are important to me. My home will be a place where I and my family, friends, and guests find joy, comfort, peace, and happiness. Still, I will seek to create a clean and orderly environment, yet livable and comfortable. I will exercise wisdom in what we choose to eat, read, see, and do at home. I especially want to teach my children to love, to learn, and to laugh, and to work and develop their unique talents. I value the rights, freedoms, and responsibilities of our democratic society. I will be a concerned and informed citizen involved in the political process to ensure my voice is heard and my vote is counted. I will be a self-starting individual who exercises initiative in accomplishing my life's goals. I will act on situations and opportunities rather than be acted upon. I will always try to keep myself free from addictive and destructive habits. I will develop habits that free me from old labels and limits and expand my capabilities and choices. My money will be my servant, not my master. I will seek financial independence over time. My wants will be subject to my needs and my means, except for long-term home and car loans. I will seek to keep myself free from consumer debt. I will spend less than I earn and regularly save or invest part of my income. Moreover, I will use what money and talents I have to make life more enjoyable for others through service and charitable giving. You could call a personal mission statement a personal constitution. Like the United States Constitution, it's fundamentally changeless. In more than 200 years, there have been only 26 amendments, 10 of which were in the original Bill of Rights. United States Constitution is the standard by which every law in the country is evaluated. It is the document the president agrees to defend and support when he takes the oath of office. It is the criterion by which people are admitted into citizenship. It is the foundation and the center that enables people to ride through such major traumas as the Civil War, Vietnam, or Watergate. It is a written standard, the key criterion by which everything else is evaluated and directed. The Constitution has endured and serves its vital function today because it is based on correct principles, on the self-evident truths contained in the Declaration of Independence. These principles empower the Constitution with a timeless strength, even in the midst of social ambiguity and change. Our peculiar security, said Thomas Jefferson, is in the possession of a written Constitution. A personal mission statement based on correct principles becomes the same kind of standard for an individual. It becomes a personal constitution, the basis for making major, life-directing decisions, the basis for making daily decisions in the midst of the circumstances and emotions that affect our lives. It empowers individuals with the same timeless strength in the midst of change. People can't live with change if there's not a changeless core inside them. The key to the ability to change is a changeless sense of who you are, what you are about, and what you value. With the mission statement can flow with changes. We don't need prejudgments or prejudice. We don't need to figure out everything else in life, to stereotype and categorize everything and everybody in order to accommodate reality. Our personal environment is also changing at an ever increasing pace. Such rapid change burns out a large number of people who feel they can hardly handle it and can hardly cope with life. They become reactive and essentially give up, hoping that the things that happen to them will be good. But it doesn't have to be that way. In the Nazi death camps where Viktor Frankl learned the principle of proactivity, he also learned the importance of purpose and meaning in life, the essence of logotherapy. The philosophy he later developed and taught is that many so-called mental and emotional illnesses are really symptoms of an underlying sense of meaningless or emptiness. Logo theory eliminates the emptiness by helping the individual to detect his unique meaning, his mission in life. Once you have the sense of mission, you have the essence of your own proactivity. You have the vision and the values that direct your life. You have the basic direction from which you set your long and short-term goals. You have the power of a written constitution based on correct principles, against which every decision concerning the most effective use of your time, your talents, and your energies can be effectively measured. At the center. In order to write a personal mission statement, we must begin at the very center of our circle of influence. The center composed of our most basic paradigms, the lens through which we see the world. It is here that we deal with our vision and our values. It is here that we use our endowment of self-awareness to examine our maps, and if we value correct principles, to make certain that our maps accurately describe the territory, that our paradigms are based on principles and reality. It is here that we use our endowments of conscience as a compass to help us detect our own unique talents and areas of contribution. It is here that we use our endowments of imagination to mentally create the end we desire, giving direction and purpose to our beginnings, and providing the substance of a written personal constitution. It is also here that our focused efforts achieve the greatest results. As we work within the very center of our circle of influence, we expand it. This is the highest leverage PC work, significantly impacting the effectiveness of every aspect of our lives. Whatever is at the center of our life will be the source of our security, guidance, wisdom, and power. Security represents your sense of worth, your identity, your emotional anchorage, your self-esteem, your basic personal strength, or lack of it. Guidance means your source of direction in life, encompassed by your map, your internal frame of reference that interprets for you what is happening out there, our standards or principles or implicit criteria that govern moment-by-moment decision-making and doing. Wisdom is your perspective on life, your sense of balance, your understanding of how the various parts and principles apply and relate to each other. It embraces judgment, discernment, comprehension. It is a gestalt or oneness in integrated wholeness. Power is a faculty or capacity to act, to strength, and potence to accomplish something. It is the vital energy to make choices and decisions. It also includes the capacity to become deeply embedded habits and to cultivate higher, more effective ones. These four factors, security, guidance, wisdom, and power, are interdependent. Security and clear guidance bring true wisdom, and wisdom becomes the spark or catalyst to release and direct power, which these four factors are present together, harmonized, and lived in by each other. They create the great force of a noble personality, a balanced character, a beautifully integrated individual. These life support factors also undergird every other dimension of life, and none of them is an all or nothing matter. The degree to which you have developed each one could be charted somewhere on a continuum, much like the maturity continuum described earlier. At the bottom end, the four factors are weak. You are basically dependent on circumstances or other people, things over which you have no direct control. At the top end, you are in control. You have independent strength in the foundation for rich, interdependent relationships. Your security lies somewhere on the continuum between extreme insecurity on one end, wherein your life is buffered by all the fickle forces that play upon it, and a deep sense of high intrinsic worth and personal security on the other end. Your guidance ranges on the continuum from dependence on the social mirror or other unstable, fluctuating sources to strong inner direction. Your wisdom falls somewhere between a totally inaccurate map where everything is disordered and nothing seems to fit, and a complete and accurate map of life wherein all the parts of principles are properly related to each other. Your power lies somewhere between immobilization of being a puppet pulled by someone else's strings to high proactivity. The power to act according to your own values instead of being acted upon by other people and circumstances. The location of these factors on the continuum, the resulting degree of their integration, harmony, and balance, and their positive impact on every aspect of your life are a function of your center, the basic paradigms at your very core. I'll stop there, but very important chapter. Probably one of the most important chapters or subchapter in this whole entire book, and that's your not only your personal mission statement but your values. Something that I've been focusing on recently, and I feel like many people should focus on in this day and age, just to clarify, or I guess talk about my values on, or the principles that I hear to you on a daily basis, is discipline, optimism, and curiosity. These are very important to me, and I can explain why. Being disciplined in every single habit or every single thing that I want to accomplish every single day is very important to me. And it will lead me to the idea of being 1% better every single day, and I think that comes with a lot of discipline. Now, being optimistic, not every single day is going to be a bright one. Not every single day the sun's going to come out and it's going to be a good day. But understanding that whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to achieve, whatever is happening in your life is just a bump in the road, and seeing at that light at the end of the tunnel is very important, recognizing that there will be light at the end of the tunnel. So being optimistic, understanding, saying, hey, this is a tough time right now, but I know I'm going to overcome this, and I know I'm going to achieve what I want to achieve. But being curious, always willing to learn. Put your ego to the side and saying, hey, I want to learn something new. I don't want to be that person that thinks that they know everything in the world, that thinks that I'm the best at everything, but being curious and saying, hey, I may be good at something, I may be bad at something, but how can I learn something new? How can I achieve something better to not only better myself, but to later on and better help other people? So those are my three values, and this kind of last section of the book talks about security, guidance, wisdom, and power. those four are very crucial. One of the things that I found really important is that they're all well connected. And my father always talks about this, is that when it comes to values and principles, they all have to intertwine with each other. One of them can be not working, or I guess not contributing to the other factors. They all have to kind of intertwine with each other. They all have to kind of work together. And this is what the book is talking about. Now, to say that security, guidance, wisdom, and power is something that you should only focusing on, absolutely not. If you feel like there's other values or principles that you want to focus on or adhere to or start to contribute into your own life, then go for it. But I think, like I said earlier, what I think is important is that they all come together as one and make or complete you as a human, or at least get you on the journey to which these values make you more of a complete human. Because I feel like having those values and principles, at least in my eyes, makes you more of a complete human, which I think in today's society it's very lacking. But good chapter. It's my birthday today. I believe we're going to go out to dinner. Tomorrow we're going to go ski, have a good time. Blessed to be 21. Hope for many more. Hope for to continue living my life with the people that I love, friends, family. And yeah.